What happens when the most powerful man in the world is linked to the most notorious criminal network in history and then becomes the boss of the people supposed to investigate him? Elon Musk just dropped a political bombshell that has legal experts in a frenzy. Hello and welcome to the Policy Vault. Do like and subscribe. Let's go. On June 5, 2025, Musk posted what many are calling the ultimate receipt, alleging that Donald Trump's name is not just a footnote in the Epstein files, but a central reason they have remained sealed for years. Within hours, the internet ignited, but the official reaction was even more telling. Silence from the DOJ and an immediate, aggressive pivot from the White House. This isn't just a social media feud. It's a direct challenge to the integrity of our legal system. We're breaking down the authenticated flight logs, the hidden business ties, and the sweetheart deals that allegedly go all the way to the top. So, is the rule of law still alive, or has the Epstein client list finally found its ultimate protection? The paper trail. To understand the weight of Musk's claim, we have to look at the documents that the government has kept under lock and key. So prosecutors always say, follow the paper trail. And that trail starts with the flight manifest of the Lolita Express. The FAA keeps records that don't just disappear. If Musk has access to logs showing the sitting president on Epstein's plane during periods that were never part of the 2019 federal investigation, the legal implications are massive. Under federal sex trafficking statutes, you don't have to be the primary actor to face exposure. Simply knowingly benefiting from or participating in a venture that involves trafficking is a federal crime. But the connection goes deeper than just travel. We have to look at the financial overlap. Jeffrey Epstein was known for managing the wealth of the ultra-powerful, often using that leverage to buy silence and political favor. Were there business dealings, loans, or investments between these two men that explain their long-standing association? Musk's disclosure suggests that the timeline overlap is the smoking gun that the Southern District of New York conveniently ignored during the 2020 inquiry. So, the system in crisis. Now, here is where the story turns from a scandal into a constitutional crisis. Even if the evidence is undeniable, who has the authority to prosecute? Donald Trump is once again the president. He appoints the Attorney General. He oversees the FBI. And he has already demonstrated a willingness to fire prosecutors who show too much independence. We are seeing a classic checkmate in the legal system, where the person implicated in a potential federal conspiracy controls the very mechanism of accountability. This is the nightmare scenario for any U.S. attorney. You have a credible witness in Elon Musk, a man with top-level security clearances and government contracts. You have physical evidence in the form of logs and photos. But the target of the investigation is your boss. This isn't a theory, it's an institutional reality that threatens the foundational principle that no one is above the law. So, the telltale response. In a courtroom, when a witness makes a specific factual allegation and the defendant remains silent, it can be interpreted as an admission. So, watch the White House's response carefully. If they dismiss this as baseless without releasing the records to prove it, they are stalling. If they attack Elon Musk's character or threaten his federal contracts, they are following the oldest rule in the prosecutor's handbook: when you can't refute the evidence, attack the witness. The long-term consequence here isn't just about one man's reputation, it's about the precedent we are setting for the future of the republic. If evidence of this magnitude can be ignored because of political power, then the rule of law is no longer a shield, it's just a tool for those at the top. The clock is ticking, the files are in the public eye, and the world is waiting to see if justice still has a voice. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for our next update. A privately built spacecraft has successfully landed on the moon. A feat that only one other company has accomplished in spaceflight history. The robotic lander, dubbed Blue Ghost, has been in orbit around the moon for roughly 2 weeks. Preparing for its daring descent, Texas-based company Firefly Aerospace developed the spacecraft.